This is Jack White with the Capital District Growth Team and another Monday morning message. We're recording this at the Kiwanis International Convention in Nashville, and I've just left a meeting where they had standing room only talking about service leadership programs, which are our key club, Circle K, and so on, and how they relate to Kiwanis, and particularly in the growth. And one of the presenters who's with us today is a gentleman by the name of Larry Spone from LaGrange, Illinois, and he is past governor of a district of Kiwanis several years ago, but now he is the Circle K International Administrator for that district. Welcome to Monday Morning Messages, Larry.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell me, what was your district and when were you governor of it?
My district is the Illinois Eastern Iowa District, and I was governor in 2003 and 2004.
But you didn't quit?
No, we're continuing on.
All right, now, we just got through this like I say, they were packed and standing around the wall and sitting on the floor with the idea of service leadership programs equals growth. What's this all about?
Well, service leadership programs will help your Kiwanis Club make a connection in the community. You will connect with the schools, you will connect with park districts, and you will connect with nonprofit organizations who focus on children and youth and their leadership development.
And what effect then does this have on the club, which is trying to maybe grow or maintain members, or particularly, as most clubs are, to bring in those who are a little younger than most of us?
Well,
you're a young guy. What is your age?
Well, I'm actually 50 years old.
You hide it well.
Well, thank you. What it does, as your club participates more with a Builders Club or a Key Club or a Circle K, you make that connection to those students, and then those students help you with service projects, and those students will go home and they'll tell their parents about what they did and how they volunteered, and so their parents learn about Kiwanis, and their teachers learn about Kiwanis, and their friends learn about Kiwanis. So it begins to spread from there, and a lot of it is word of mouth. And typically, when you're a parent or an aunt or an uncle or a mentor to a student, and you discover and become aware that somebody is doing something good that your student is excited and happy about, you become interested in that also.
Would the clubs be advised to sit still and hope these people come to them, or to maybe do a little outreach, we might call it, to these parents and aunts and uncles and so on?
Oh, absolutely. I think
what?
Absolutely outreach. You should have an attitude of invitation. Let the students know that their parents and other adults are welcome to participate in the Kiwanis Club. Perhaps the students could invite their parents or aunt or uncle or somebody they know to one of the service projects if they're doing it around their area, and that way their parents get a chance to interact with individuals from the Kiwanis Club, get to meet some of the folks there, and kind of get a taste and a flavor for what Kiwanis is doing.
Before we started this recording, we were talking about the age, and I was asking you what age group of citizenry that most clubs are just yearning to get more of, and what did you say that is?
I would say it would be between 25 and 45 to 50 years of age.
And the parents of these children in the service leadership programs are what age?
Between 25 and 50 years of age.
So what we've done is taken a group of people we're interested in the community, and rather than have to scour the whole community for them, we've got them self-identified by reason of their children getting involved in this program, and we have a natural way to go to them, and they don't say, "Why are you coming to me?" Right?
Absolutely. It certainly warms up the relationship. It provides the Kiwanis Club and the individuals that are doing the inviting a reason. There's some commonality there. You have commonality and interest in working with students, interest in leadership development, and it's that commonality that will help you connect the dot and, so to speak, build the bridge.
One of the things that seemed to attract the most attention in the session we just finished, which you were one of the leaders of, was the bug program. Can you tell us just a bit about that and how that would relate to growing our clubs?
Absolutely. The BUG program, which stands for Bring Up Your Grades, is an elementary school program in where the Kiwanis Club, in partnership with the elementary school, host a program that will provide recognition for any student that brings up one of their grades from one level to another. For an example would be...
I think the other grades have to stay the same, don't they?
Yes. If an individual had a C in math, and that student then in the next grading period brought that grade up to a B, they would be recognized with a wonderful certificate. They would be recognized at an assembly. The Kiwanis Club and the school would together come together, and the school would print out the certificates provided by the Kiwanis Club, and then they'd be able to invite their parents, their grandparents, their neighbors to come to this celebration assembly, and it helps students who are more average, perhaps, in their study, get some recognition. The A and B students typically get a lot of recognition. The students that are more average don't get that recognition, and anything that we can do to help a child feel better about themselves, we need to do.
Well, it also gives them a attainable goal that they can say, I can bring up one grade, yes.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to maybe become an A student, but gee, I can bring up one of my grade and hold the rest of them the same. And you had some pictures in your presentation of large groups of people with the certificates and the parents, and a lot of warmth there.
Oh yes, it's very celebratory. The assembly where the students get their certificates, like I said, we invite the parents to come, and the idea is that the Kiwanis Club and the teachers and the principal and the superintendent, they'll all get a chance to intermix. That is kind of having a meeting without actually having to invite people to the meeting. We all gather around our commonality.
And you could make a little pitch at that presentation about Kiwanis, and if anybody'd like to come as our guest for a meeting, you could get that done at that same session, absolutely, couldn't you?
Absolutely. You can invite them to come. If a club had a noon meeting or an evening meeting, perhaps you could make a little business card and offer them to come, and the meal would
complimentary, sure.
Be complimentary,
sure.
And that way they would know about what's going on, because the parents are going to be interested in, well, who's sponsoring this? How did this get started?
Who's helping my kid?
Exactly. That's great, Jack.
So what we need to do is the purpose is not to grow your club. The purpose is to serve children.
Absolutely.
But this is a collateral benefit, as I understand it, that can come from serving children.
Absolutely. It's kind of like a multiplying effect. You're going out, doing good things, working with the students, helping with leadership development, and one of the positive byproducts of that can certainly be growth in your club, because more individuals are going to want to be part of that.
Our time is up. Larry Spone, thank you so much. Until next time, for the Capital District Growth Team, this is Jack White. Thank you for listening.